Hi, and welcome to BUS441 Business Strategy Summer 2020 Getting Started video. So in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of how the class is going to work. First thing you should do is read over the announcements for the course. The first announcement is the 5 steps in getting ready for the course, followed by how to buy the textbook and homework manager, a warning about signing up for temporary accounts with the homework manager, and the overview of what you should be working on in week 1. So when you have time, read over those announcements. But menu button 2 is the syllabus. So in the syllabus, you should take the time to read over the syllabus. It explains how the class is asynchronous, meaning that we're not going to be meeting in person or online at any particular time. You're going to watch pre-recorded videos and work on discussion boards throughout the 6 weeks that this course will be operating. So further on in the syllabus, I give you a course description, how I'm going to accomplish the learning goals in the course, what our class time will be like, and the class time is going to be using discussion boards and pre-recorded video lectures. The textbook for the course. Now, the textbook for the course is something you can connect with. Comes with my lab, my management lab. So you get the My Management Lab package with the textbook, and you buy this online. The instructions, the 8-step instructions are here. All the assignments will be posted on Blackboard and the Pearson homework manager. So no late assignments will be accepted. 30% of your grade will be homework for the chapters, 50% will be quizzes, 20% will be case study discussion boards. And then those percentages translate into a grade using this scale. And quizzes will be based on material from the textbook and class lectures. Participation will be expected for you in the discussion boards for the course. And then I lay out the schedule for our 6 weeks. The chapters we'll be covering each week for the next 6 weeks. So when you have time, read over the syllabus. Speaking of the class lectures, if you click this menu button, it'll open up the YouTube playlist for our class. And in this playlist, we'll list all the chapters in the order of viewing that you should do from the beginning to the end, including the first video, which is the Getting Started video. So that's how you can quickly locate, identify all the videos you should be watching for the class, our class lectures. Our PowerPoints are backed up here. So PowerPoints for the class. Discussion questions are here. So these are discussion questions. So each week we could have multiple questions. I think each week we have 2 questions. For most weeks, all weeks except for, I think this week 3. So how you work on a discussion board question is you click, and I wrote click here, and then you want to create a thread, but let's just go back for a second. So answer the case questions, post your answers on the discussion boards. So here's the case. So the first thing you want to do is download this PDF file. And the questions, the PDF file will generally be in the front of the file, followed by some research articles underneath the questions. Once you have the questions that you want to answer, and it might be good just to copy the questions. And then when you go to the discussion board, you click into the discussion board. You can subscribe so you can get notifications when anybody posts in here. But you're going to create your own thread. And you're going to put in your name and the case. And then in the text box, you're going to post your response. So if you want to list the question first, is always a good idea. And then your response after the question. That would be a good way, so I know exactly, and the class knows exactly what questions you are answering. Do a little formatting here, so you can just break up. This is a big case. Okay. So you can list the questions, and then you type your response to the questions. You can use as much and as many words as you want to create a response, but the response should fully answer the question, and then you could submit, and now your link is here. So if you're a new student coming in, you'll see the link here, and you create your own thread. And then you go back and you can read other students' responses and grade use the star matrix up here, overall rating, to grade how you feel about their post. All right, so I'm going to delete that. And that's how you respond to the discussion boards questions. So for week 1, we have Disney versus Netflix and Whole Foods. So we have 2 different cases, 2 different discussion boards. And I want you to make at least one original post answering the questions, and then 2 different replies to 2 different other students' original posts. And you should post your original response on Monday or Tuesday, and your replies between Wednesday to Saturday. Okay, so let's now talk about the homework manager. So the last menu button here is the homework manager. So if we click on this, but actually before we click on that, let's go to announcements. You'll see under homework manager how to buy the textbook in homework manager. This gives you the instructions, but you're going to need this course ID here for this. So once you go click here to get to the homework manager, you want to register as a student. You're going to need an email address, your course ID, which I just copied, and you can pay by credit card or PayPal. So when you register, please use your actual name that appears in Blackboard. Don't make up any nicknames or change your name, because I won't be able to enter your grades in later for the class. So when you register, you just want to put in your course ID, continue, and then you'll see the class is right here. And you can, if you have an account already, you can use an existing account, or you can create a new Pearson account. Okay, so let me show you what Pearson will look like once you're in it. Okay, once you log in, you'll have the Pearson e-text. So the homework manager now comes with the e-text. You can't buy the homework manager without the e-text. So there's really no point in buying a physical book because the e-text comes with the homework manager. Your assignments will be listed under assignments. And make sure that this is the e-text. One big problem most students have when they're logging into Pearson for the first time could be pop-ups. So make sure you allow pop-ups for the My Pearson Management Homework Manager. Chrome will usually give you a warning, and you just hit always allow pop-ups for this. Okay, so under assignments, you'll have your due date for all your assignments. And you'll have assignments will be broken up between these blue dots will be homeworks, and these orange squares will be quizzes. So they're in date order from the beginning of the class to the end of the class. So you just click on the homework, and here's the getting started. And it just kind of goes over the basics about Pearson. They also have their 24-hour, 7 days a week help, student user guide. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so it looks like that's all you have to do there. Here's the chapter 1 warm-up. So you just click on the question, and then you'll have a multiple choice question here. You also have question help, which will bring you to the e-text, the pages in the e-text where the question's coming from. And you can click the question, and then if you get it wrong, it tells you the right answer, and you move on to the next question. Okay, so that would be the warm-up. Then there's a video assignment, and for the video assignments, you have to click on the video, and you want to play the video in the assignment. And it's going to be a small video, and then there's going to be a step-by-step. Shrink this a bit. There'll be you move on to the next step, so you kind of read, and then you answer the question based on what the video information gave you. Kind of a fun, different multimedia exercise. There could be a mini simulation where you go in and you read a passage and then you select an option. But you're not going to do well on any of these homeworks unless you read the textbook. So if you attempt the simulation or the mini sim assignments or the quiz without first reading the textbook or watching the lecture, you won't be so clear cut as to what the answers are. So it's not like you can use common sense or common knowledge to answer these questions. You really have to have prepared first before each of the chapters. The quizzes are a little bit different. They have a higher value and they're 25 questions, so they're more of a test. You don't have an opportunity to check your answer or redo these assignments. And then you just kind of keep an eye on the assignment schedule. Assignments are broken up into a couple different due dates. So the first batch is at August 2nd, and the second batch is August 14th. But don't wait till the last minute, because even though the due dates, I've tried to stretch them out as far as I can, you still won't be able to do everything in one day. So you want to manage that as you go along. So if we move back, you're also going to have your results, which will show you your grades and your overall weighted average for the class. At the end of the class, I'll be actually entering your grades for the discussion boards on my Pearson homework manager, so you'll get a weighted average of your score by the end of the class, and this percentage will be what your final grade is. Okay, so that's all you need to know to get started with the course. So again, read over Blackboard in the announcements, register for the homework manager, which includes the e-textbook, read the syllabus, subscribe to the YouTube playlist for the class, and read chapter 1 and 2. Work on the homework and discussion boards for the week 1. And there's also in the announcements for week 1 the listing of what you should be working on and the lectures you should be watching. Okay, I hope you found this useful, and good luck with the course. Thank you.